keep it real. I've been doing what I feel. I've been out here trying to kill every beat. I know I will. Everything I'm working on. Every night another song. They've been quiet all along. They gon' notice when I'm gone.
Too many thoughts on my mind, I can't sleep at night, so I just keep writing. I don't need no help, I don't need opinions, so don't waste my time then. Killing the game and I gotta go ask anybody, they all heard about it. They know when the kid and he's spitting it, know when he getting it, bit and I get in my way. Got this, I like do whatever I say, cause I could go put you on blast. People been mad at me cause I don't follow them back. I'm laughing cause that is so whack. Why they all trying to act like they been bossing when really their boss has been bossing them up? Nobody ever been telling me what I would do when I keep in the cash for the shit out of luck. I want it more, now I get what I wish. Upgrading now with some pants that I whip. Making 6 figures, don't talk about it. Money ain't shit, it's about how you think. Tired of people who making excuses, then they complain about losing. Tell me about what you been doing, tell me about how you been moving. You ain't got nothing to prove then. I did it all on my own, they looking like all of my clones. I don't be following trends, fuck all the popular clothes. You faking and everyone knows. I just be keeping it real, they thinking that I have to go sign a deal. But really the people just found an appeal. I'm in my own lane and I'm steering the wheel, ayy.
It's funny how it goes, funny how it goes. Working every night till the sunrise.
Here we are, we're back again, Season 6, Episode 2, and we have none other than the Alpha, the natural-born killer, someone, just like myself, who's got a little bit of royalty in their blood. We're talking about none other than the talked about fastest rising star in XCW history. We're talking about an Extreme King winner, an XCW champion, a tag team champion, a man that's wrestled for other promotions, none other than Hayden Vex. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right.
I'm glad to have you. It's
good to be here.
It's been a long time coming. I've had your cohort, so to speak, in Blackheart on here a couple times, so it was only fitting that, especially after the match, as of recording this, the match you guys had recently at Howling Harvest, it was time to bring you on. So we're going to get right into it. If you watched episode 1, we kicked it off with a question. You had a hell of a match with Genocide, Kurt Acid, at one of the Tri-Brand shows.
Yes.
And might be even probably one of the best, probably the best match at a dual brand, Tri-Brand show. How has it been with you and XCW since the passing of Genocide, Kurt Acid?
Since his passing?
Yes.
It's been different. It's been different because he was always one of the ones in the locker room to greet me.
Yeah.
I mean, he did that with anyone really, but I feel like him and I had that connection because the match, God, we tore it down. And you say one of the best. I honestly think probably that match with him was probably one of my best period.
It was
matches
good.
I've ever had. Like it, yeah.
I'm going to be honest. When it comes to the dual brand, Tri-Brand shows, I'm like, I kind of just like fast forward through the stuff and watch what I want to watch, and like, I'll use the proverbial, I was glued to my seat. I watched the entire match start to finish, and it was excellent.
I think everyone was glued to it. Like what's funny with that too is that whole show is like a clusterfuck, like all the way up until pretty much us, and then
that was the show with the tag team match that Fletch didn't like with okay.
Yeah.
Thought so.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff he didn't like about that show. I remember.
Definitely want to give you your flowers for that match. It was excellent. Like
Thank you.
I said, probably, I'll say it's my favorite of all the Tri-Brand shows and dual brand shows.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, it's one of my favorite, and like I said, I think it's probably one of my best for sure, in my top 5.
What does Hayden Vex think the locker room atmosphere is like now? Obviously, we lost Kurt Acid, but like, the locker room people say is ever evolving. Like, how do you think the atmosphere is in the locker room?
I feel like it's mixed. I feel like it all depends where everyone's head is. I know a lot of times I walk into the locker room and I'm almost distant from a lot of people, and that's just because of me. That's no one's fault. Nothing on anyone. That's just me being me. I feel like I mean, I feel like it's positive. Like I don't feel like there ain't no negativity or anything like that. I don't think there's any bad vibes from anybody. I feel like there's people that are hungry. They wanna become something. They want to get their name known. And I feel like there's people that have been working to get better and aren't getting better.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
It does. How difficult has the transition been for you from XAWA, obviously, where strictly ground,
Yeah.
and the atmosphere over there, and then transitioning into being the person that you are in XCW, because you're not Nightmare anymore, you're Hayden Vex, completely gimmick change. How has the transition been from XAWA to XCW?
It's been great, and it's funny because it's night and day. It's like you said, it's going from ground to the ring, and it's night and day. I adjusted with ease, I learned what I needed to learn about the ring, and the rest took off from there, man. Like, I knew that I could evolve my moveset more because I could bump. I could do things with people bumping in the ring versus the ground. It was easy transition for me.
Which is always good, because a lot of the times people can still be set in their ways, and it's it tends to be a longer learning process for some people. Like, for example, I know Josh will correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was James Cerebral. Like one of the first times he got in the ring, and he didn't hit the ropes right, and I believe he fell through the ropes, like to the outside, because he didn't hit the ropes right. So, like, for some people, it's a longer transition.
Yeah.
Both Fletch and myself were on an episode of No False Finish. I don't know if you've seen this episode, but we had an episode of No False where we shot on XAWA and FWL, and we had some pretty big heated opinions, so to speak, and we had some positive, but mostly not. I would say it was like maybe 20% positive things to say about specific people and like specific things done versus like the 80% negative things. What did you think about me and Fletch shooting on company you're from and FWL?
I didn't think anything bad of it, really. I thought everything that was said needed to be said, really. There was a lot that could have been done differently from our standpoint. I felt like literally what made us like stand out was the production.
Yeah, the editing was really good.
Our editing was fucking top notch. It was like, you watch our product, it was okay, but damn, man, that dude's editing skills, like, you could tell.
Like, you had some really good characters, like yourself. I talked about Adrian Hollow. I really liked.
I've always loved Hollow.
The gimmick that he had. One thing that really bothered me a lot, and it bothers me in XCW, is like, say you and Blackheart are feuding, right, and you're a bad guy. Your match is over. You're not wrestling. You're sitting out there talking to the fans and the camera sees it. That's one thing that bothers me, no matter if it's XCW, EBW, any wrestling anywhere, is like, I don't want to see the top heel, your top guy, talking to fans just because it's a kid. Like I've told Venom, I don't want to fucking see you on camera. Like, you're a monster. You beat up everybody.
Right.
The fans shouldn't like you.
Right, you should be out there.
But we'll get on to the next one. Here we go. I'm sure a lot of people are curious about this.
Oh, I bet they are.
It's clear that Hayden Vex has no filter when it comes to social media.
No, I don't give a fuck.
Whether it's your personal life with women, stuff you're going through. Even as early as today, 5 hours ago.
Oh, did you get it? Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I had to remember the phone.
Oh, yeah.
One of these days, I'll be okay or I'll be dead.
Yep.
Whatever comes first at this point. I've only responded twice to, I'll say, some type of negative post. Like, it might not be super negative or whatever, but I've responded twice. Like, I've responded to other things people have posted, but like, I even told Patrick, is like, after I see so many like negative stuff and like nothing else, like, no positivity, no nothing else. I just see negative. Fuck that dumb bitch. She's retarded. Blah blah blah. Like after a while, it gets old to me. Like I've removed Patrick off my friends list a couple times, then brought him back when he got better.
I don't know what Pat posts. I'm actually friends with Pat.
It's usually about regarding his kid's mom. Like we get the point. She's not a good mom or anything like that.
Yeah.
But you, as I said, even from the post I just read, I've posted several things, and I've commented them twice to give you positive encouragement. Personally, for me, sometimes it worries me. I know I've seen comment replies between like you and Tommy. Like you had a really bad day one day, and like Tommy's like, well, maybe you need some help, and I don't know if I feel comfortable wrestling you. And you're like, no, I'm at that show. I'm fine. Like,
it's weird. It's like a switch.
Yeah.
It's really bizarre.
How can people help you, or how do we get you past that?
I have to help myself, which is what I guess recording this just a week ago, stepped up to get therapy, maybe look into some fucking depression meds, something to get help.
Because it even, like, it's not just you, it's not just Patrick, it affects some of the biggest people in XCW. Cynical, someone that's been best friends with me and Josh for years. Even, I don't remember how long he was there, I think it was for a week, and like he went to a psych ward for a weekend, and he...
Oh, there's a few times I've thought about calling and, checking into the hospital, just for a couple days, just see if I can do something to get my mind right. And it's one of those where like I don't want to leave my boy by himself.
Yeah.
Because he don't know nothing.
It's definitely a big something big like that when you have a kid and stuff like that.
Oh yeah. Like because his mom's not around. I won't go into details about it.
Neither is my daughter's mom. And one thing, it's just me particularly. It's just the way I think. Around my daughter, I've never said anything negative in her 14 years. Doesn't matter if she's a baby. Couldn't understand what the fuck I was saying. I've never once said anything negative about my daughter's mom while she's around, ever. But me and my daughter's aunt that lives with her, we know how her mom is.
Right.
But just sometimes, like, we get worried. Like, I get worried. I'm like, well, he's a friend now. Like, he's been here multiple years, multiple seasons. Like,
really? I've been around since the end of 2019.
We've broken the proverbial bread together, so to speak. You went out to eat with us and stuff like that. It's like, just want to help you get to...
I appreciate that.
Where you need to be. Because even you, I've moved you off my Facebook a couple times.
Yeah.
And like...
you ain't the only one.
Yeah. It's like, even Josh, when it's football season, I know if I'm checking my phone on Sunday, I'm like, well, how much does Josh hate the Colts today? So, like, everybody has those moments. The people I build relationships with over the years, and I get closer to, I want to help. So, like, anything that we can get Hayden Vex to that next level of positivity in his life.
Oh, let's hope it's soon. Like, and it should be really.
When you talk in that raspy voice, the entire show while on camera, like.
You talking about the Hayden Vex voice?
Yeah, the Hayden. I've even like mocked it in wrestling promos like that.
I think. I don't remember who said it, but someone said that it sounds like I've smoked 10 packs of cigarettes.
You sound like. I don't know if you've ever seen this, but there's an episode of SpongeBob, and they're selling chocolates. You ever seen that episode? And like, what are they selling? They're selling chocolate. When I think of Hayden Vex, I think of that SpongeBob episode. And like, it's good funny. For your character. It fits the natural born character of the alpha. Like, I love the voice, but like, even like just talking in LOL, like I didn't change my voice, but I made it sound kind of like with a Hispanic accent. Like, that fucking killed me for a whole show. So like, I can only imagine how you do that.
It's weird. It's the Taven voice is what hurts me.
The Taven voice?
The most.
You only got a fake Mexican accent and scream tortilla.
You know what's fucked up about that? I'm gonna clear this now. The whole tortilla thing. Never once in my life did it ever dawn on me. That's what I was saying. Like,
I'm gonna admit, I watched almost every XAWA show when before I was gonna have Blackheart on and before we did the shoot on FWO and XAWA. And one of my favorite promos is, I forget exactly what was going on, but I think Taven was in a wagon rolling down
a hill, street hill.
So I definitely understand, but like, does that kill your fucking voice at all?
No. The only time I feel like it hurts is if I do it too much. Like if I do a bunch of promo work, which I'm not doing tons of promo work, or if I'm just screaming constantly, then it kind of hurts. But no, like, it doesn't hurt me as much as just screaming as Taven like that. Just the ridiculousness out of him.
Okay.
But no, it don't hurt.
Recently, I forget exactly what show it was, but recently there was a moment in the XCW ring where you had Hayden Vex, Tommy the Man Merriman, and Chris Jones. And we had some interaction, and some super kicks might have been thrown.
Might have been.
What is your opinion of that segment, and what would you have wanted to come out of that? Because a lot of people, honestly, like, I was teasing like multiple different matches I could have for SummerMania, and like, the one
there was people thought we were gonna wrestle.
There was one that got the most traction. It was you, me, and Tommy when I posted teasing that. And then the second most interaction, ironically, was Jaden and Pacey, because we all have the same last name. They thought it was that one got some traction too. So like, what would you want to see come out of that? Because it was a big moment. Nobody expected that.
No, I mean, the only thing that could have come out of it was somehow, you would have just been added to the match, which would have been mind blown for all of us. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed being able to do a segment like that with you. I enjoyed working with Tommy in general. I mean, Tommy's great all around. But no, Josh told me I was going to eat a super kick. I was like, hell yeah. Like,
we should have fucked with him more. I should have shook your hand after I super kicked Tommy.
Could have, make it look like, but no, I thought what we did was great, because we stood there like it looked like nothing was going to happen to me, and then bam.
And with that, we're going to go to our first commercial break.
This night ain't for the faint of heart, for the faint of heart, for the faint of heart. This night ain't for the faint of heart, 'cause the faint of heart gon' fall apart. Ain't no love when the wicked run. All we do is get laid off. Hey oh, we the wicked ones.
Right there.
Fingers across.
Right on the dotted line.
There's never been one.
Come on, refs.
Oh, we're gonna have it. Okay. Grab this contract, Steve-O. I'm coming. Thank you, sir. Yep. You got to pull them apart. Jesus. Okay. No, it's your win. Definitely not a good idea.
All right.
Break it up. Come on, man. What'd I tell you, Hayden? No. Why? Just sign the contract and leave. His own move. Okay. Well, I got much more disrespect than a man with his own finisher.
And we are back. Now, the natural born killer. All of a sudden, why the sudden change from the alpha to the natural born killer?
Really, I know that I was going to feud with Blackheart, and it made sense. That was my original gimmick. What was going on with me and Tommy? Honestly, if I wasn't feuding with Tommy, and with what was going on with us, it probably wouldn't have worked to even pull that gimmick out.
Yeah.
Because it wouldn't have made sense, really, to transition into it like that. But it made sense with Tommy to transition into it to defeat him at that point. And then
you wanted to kill Tommy, Brogan wanted to kill me. Maybe you and Brogan team up, and it's the natural born killers.
It's fucked up because Brogan keeps asking to just be his partner or something, But I think he asks everyone to do that.
I know you haven't been here nearly as long as everybody else. You mentioned like the end of 2019 when we started all the tri-brand shows. I think you started coming.
Yeah.
Who's the worst wrestler of all time?
And just in general?
Or XCW. Including people from other companies that have come. Like just XCW in general.
I'm not going to say anyone I haven't seen wrestle. I'm going to go off who I've seen wrestle.
Okay.
Melf Hunter. Sorry, bud. You're not impressive.
He is. He could be a common answer for many people. What is Hayden Vex's favorite match you've had so far?
Besides the one I already mentioned with Genocide, the tri-brand?
Yeah. Or you can mention that one just overall your favorite match.
I mean, like I said, it's in my top 5. Really favorite probably since I've done is I really, really enjoyed the House of Fun that I did with Tommy.
Yeah.
Because honestly, going into that, like I knew it was going to be good, but not as good as it turned out to be. Like that was better than our Summer Mania match. Not saying the Summer Mania match was bad.
Yeah.
But my opinion that the House of Fun was good.
What is your favorite match type? Doesn't have to be one you participated in, one you want to participate in, just one you really enjoy. Like obviously, if you know me,
you like your death matches.
Well, you assume, but. It's always number one in my heart's always TLC.
TLC?
I would. It sounds dumb, but I'd rather bump on a ladder than bump in a ring.
This might sound dumb, but I always really enjoyed Last Man Standing. Just being able
it's not dumb. Everybody's got an opinion.
Yeah, the fact that the opponent has to try to get up for the count of 10. I mean, it's almost your standard sporting events. Boxing, they can't get up in 10 seconds. They're done.
Who do you think is the best wrestler of all time?
Damn. Besides myself?
If you honestly think yourself, it's yourself.
I think I'm damn good. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm the best. I've always enjoyed your work. Honestly, you want my opinion? Since I've been at XCW, I'll say that. Corey's fucking good, man.
Andy is a common answer as well.
Oh yeah, Corey's really good.
How much has drinking before you got sober? Obviously, you've been sober now. I think it was 9 months.
I was recording this. Yeah, it's 9 months, a couple days ago.
And how has drinking affected your life? Because with my biological mom, it played a big part in my life, and there was a period of time where I drank a lot. You can ask Josh, me and Cynical partying minimum 5 out of 7 nights a week where we were drinking every night, and Josh didn't hang out with us very much back then. He did the occasional party or two. We were drinking back then, and what made it even worse is we were dating best friends. They were best friends, we were best friends, and they loved to drink too, so we were all kind of just fueling each other. And I don't think it was a problem, because obviously I've drank 1 beer since I've been off probation. That's because I promised my brother I would drink 1 beer with him at one point. But I know it's affected my life quite a bit with my mom. So how has drinking affected yours?
I feel like I've lost a lot of friends because of it. I feel like I financially have fucked myself because of it, which I'm recovering from that. So that's always good. It's been one of those things where it's run in the family, both mom and dad's side. It's always in my blood to drink, and I did drink. I never was always one of those that's let's party like you were saying, like party 5 days. Like I didn't even do that when I was.
It was a lot of times.
20s.
It was a lot of times we made it to 7 nights a week, and it was worse for them three because Ryan's girlfriend at the time, his first wife, she worked at Starbucks in the morning. Ryan opened Wendy's in the morning, and then my girlfriend at the time was going to college, and she worked at Culver's where she worked at. I was the only one that worked nights at the time, so like, granted, it still fucking sucked, but at least I got to go to work at nighttime.
Yeah. No, I didn't really party like that until really just being older. Really the past couple of years when the drinking started getting worse, which I could say I always drank a lot, but not until when the whole COVID happened. Once with the whole lockdown, I was one of those unfortunately laid off for like 2 months, 2.5 months. And then I had thousands of dollars, and what else was there to do at the time besides drink and play fucking video games and hoe around too, but it just got worse and worse and worse, and I just stayed on that drinking path. Like what you were saying, you were partying 5 days, drinking 5 days a week. Well, I was drinking 5 days a week, 7 days a week. It wasn't even party, just sitting at home getting fucked up, and doing nothing. Maybe playing video games, listening to music, drowning. Best way to put it, just drowning.
Like I hadn't been, I think before that era of drinking, and it wasn't a good era, you can even ask Flex. I hadn't been in a fight in like years. The last physical fight, like arguments, argue people. Last physical fight I got in was like Taco Bell with a kid named Joel Labrie. And I call it, I mighty ducked him is what I call it. But I was in a bad mood. I was sitting in the back of Josh's green car that had different fucking colors on it. I just wanted to be left fucking alone. I was in a bad mood. And Joel he probably wasn't even meaning any harm by it. He'd just come in, playful, and put me in a fucking headlock. And it pissed me off. I was fucking mad that day. So I thought he pulled me, I got out of the fucking car in this headlock. I picked him up like a backdrop and dropped him on the ground. He got up in a fighting stance, so immediately we were fighting. He threw a couple punches, missed it, and then if you watch Mighty Ducks, there's this little Asian kid. He pulls the fucking dude's shirt over their head and starts fucking punching. That's what I did to Joel in the parking lot, but that's not the fight I'm talking about. When I was drinking a lot, there was a time where me and Ryan Hallgrass Cynical were extremely close to getting in a fist fight. And it led, I don't even think we were of age to drink at this point yet. But we got almost in a fist fight. It was really fucking close. And you might say it's intelligence or still stupid, but I left. Underage kid, extremely fucking drunk. But I left and didn't get in a fist fight with my friend. But I'm an underage kid walking around the street. There's a fucking bar right next to where I party. So there's cops watching the bar.
Right.
It was bad for me back then. So I understand when people have a drinking problem or get over it, and especially with my mom. You can ask Josh. I'm not proud to say it, but there's one time him and Psycho were riding around town one time, and I don't know where my mom had come from, but Psycho had seen my mom. Pretty sure he was driving, and they picked up my mom and her boyfriend at the time, and I don't know the exact conversation, but she kept saying put glass in the holes or some shit like that. And Josh and Justin didn't know what the fuck was they don't know what she took talking about. And her boyfriend luckily knew she's cold, rolled the windows up or whatever. And there's times you watch XCW 2005, my mom's sitting on the back step, and you can tell my mom's drunk, and we're this is back when shows started on time most of the time. It's fucking 11:30 noon. Grim Reaper's coming out and dancing. My mom's fucking sitting there drunk. So I truly understand when somebody.
And that was some of when I was drinking, I was doing that. I remember it being 10 a.m. with a girlfriend of mine, and me and her are fucking smashed. And it's 10 a.m. and I'm drunk to the point where there ain't going nowhere. Driving, even walking, it was bad.
And there was even a point to I think the last time I heavy drunk, when I originally went to jail, I bonded out after 14 days or whatever. And there was a time I partied, I wasn't, at that point, I won't say I wasn't in a good mindset, but I wasn't intelligent enough that my mom had a problem. I I was younger. I knew she had a problem, and like it just kind of went away. Like there was a time I drank with my mom and her boyfriend at the time. His name was Billy, and we partied with Jacob Cook and his girlfriend at the time and his kid's mom, Brianna Davis. There came a time where she tried to get me in the shower with her and some other girl while she was dating Jacob Cook, and like I was drunk and like I was really fucking close to doing it. Like stupid mistakes like that can happen when it comes to alcohol and stuff. So.
Oh yeah.
I definitely understand.
I feel like the dumbest mistakes come out of being fucked up on alcohol.
How hard is it to stay motivated when something happens show day? Like, I don't know, like what your concerts are you like to go to, but jokingly say Nickelback's your favorite band and you want to go to a Nickelback concert. How do you stay motivated on show day when you got to miss a concert? Because I think a while back there was a show day where you were going to a concert after the show or some shit like that. I forget exactly.
No, there was a concert during the show, and I think it was like COVID issues that actually prevented me from going to the show. So I just came to the actual our show instead of the concert. But yeah, it would have been that. Which at the time I did. It was my mistake for not looking at the schedule because I'm always pretty good at knowing when our show's dates are. Not to go do anything or schedule anything during that week, which a lot of people tend to do.
I'm very bad with dates. I've been hitting the head a lot.
No, I remember that was one of the things when I came in was to be here because I was one of those that drove far, and I've been dedicated. I think the only show I've actually missed was my first season coming in. I missed that. I think that first show due to work because I went back to work from being laid off from COVID.
Yeah.
And it was just that was just all bad timing. But shit, I look back at it now, I wouldn't change it.
Who does Hayden Vex want to work with that he hasn't? It can be anybody. XCW related. In XCW, out XCW. Who do you want to work with in XCW that you have or haven't had the chance to work with yet?
Work with that's currently on roster.
It can be on roster, off the roster.
It would be Brady, and then off roster it'd be you.
You know, Brady's a good choice. I never really got to have a lot of experience with Brady just because when Brady started, like we were just complete opposites in like trajectories in XCW. He was working the tag team scene with I think he was with Patrick at the time, and Jeff Buster was their manager or something like that. Like the one thing I remember with Brady was his greenness coming into play. We had Extreme King one year, and there was a mishap. Somehow, all the good guys got eliminated, and it was literally like 5 or 6 heels and Brady. So Brady, he shouldn't have been in that position at that point, but being a rookie, he freaked out, started going really fast, messed up a couple things, but we got him there, and look at what Brady is be able to do now. So
yeah, I mean, I was told Brady was not even like a wrestling fan, like didn't watch wrestling.
We have surprisingly people that wrestle with us. We like our friend Ryan Hallgar, Cynical. He wasn't really a wrestling fan either. Like that's crazy how somebody.
It is because Brady's impressive.
Yeah, he is.
And for someone that's like, didn't have any knowledge of really wrestling, it's impressive to watch him perform.
Or even people that started off like really bad, or that turned themselves around, like even Brogan.
Yeah, I've heard Brogan was fucking the shits when he came in, and look at him now.
You have to get to a certain level of pissing me off, Josh off, or anybody off to where you get put into a last chance situation. And Josh was so mad at Brogan. And like at the time, Benji wasn't working really well in the ring at the time either. Like I had an interview with Grady Beecham of PCM Network. I think that's the name of it. And like he asked me who I think were the 2 worst people on the roster. And I told him Benji and Patrick, because at the time they were. And like I don't know if Benji affected Brogan at that point, but Brogan was the last fucking chance. He had made Josh so mad that he wrestled a dark match with Josh. Not a dark match. Yeah, it might have been a dark match. Wrestled a dark match with Josh, and this was his last chance. And luckily, he did good in the dark match, and Brogan is what Brogan is now. But like people to get to that point. Like Brady is an excellent answer because Brady wasn't super good when he first started. But look at him now, you know, fucking freaked everybody out. Popping Jackson Law yesterday with Brady turning heel. We got him by the neck. Moving on to the next question. Who do you not like in XCW? It could be hate, just you don't care for them, don't like them, but usually I ask hate, but you haven't been here long enough to hate a whole bunch of people, so.
Hell, even in my own life, it's hard for me to really hate someone, but.
I mean, for a while, like, I don't know, I think my first answer was like Corey Lee. And
why do you say that? His ego?
We just butted heads a lot. I didn't think he was going to make it.
You know, I felt like a lot of people was going to hate me when I came in. When we talk about hate. And I say that because I don't hate anyone.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't hate Corey Lee.
Dislike anyone.
Me and Corey Lee have became way better friends than what we were when we first started, but I didn't fucking like him.
That's wild.
And you know, you go back and watch some of the XCW side shows, like Josh paired me and Corey Lee together because it's supposed to be like the weirdest pair. And me and Corey Lee went undefeated on Compete Till Defeat. And like, it hasn't came back since we did. So like, someone you don't like or don't care for. It takes a lot for me not to like somebody. I'll admit, when I came back after, when you guys had first come in XCW, like, I didn't like Blackheart and I didn't like JJ. Like, I felt disrespected.
Because the super kicks.
Like, it's not like the big thing, like, if the super kick was a common move and not my finisher, like, I wouldn't give a shit. Like,
yeah, that's understandable.
It's literally the move I'm known for. It's my finisher. Then you're coming into another company, you know, a top guy was like, please don't do that. Like, so I felt disrespected. But I've since hashed out my issues with Blackheart, and then I gave him the super kick, and I've hashed out my issues with JJ, and I gave him some of my movesets. Like, I don't necessarily care anymore. But there's got to be somebody that grinds Hayden Vex's gears.
Sometimes Tucker does.
Why is that?
I don't know. Like, it's just I sometimes look at Tucker and I just want to grab his cheeks and just shake him a little bit, you know. But I don't hate him.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at him or anything. But sometimes Pat gives me that vibe too, though. But
I was ready to whip Jackson Law's ass yesterday. I'll tell you fucking that. Sitting on the announce table, hard on me to get moves names right. When I call the move what it is, I'm not a normal announcer, so that should be up for JJ and Steve-O. They should have the moves names down. Not me, motherfucker. You did a claw fucking choke slam. But I don't dislike Jackson. I like Jackson. So, everybody has different preferences. I know Josh's is WWE. Some people might think ACT's TNA at times, mainly because Ace Austin. When it comes to Hayden Vex, AEW, TNA, WWE, or independents, what do you prefer to watch?
I mean, I'll watch them all, of course. I prefer WWE. That's what I grew up on. I mean, I was even a fan of WCW, but when I started watching wrestling...
You can't tell me the Filthy Animals aren't the best stable of all time.
I wouldn't say anything crazy like that, but...
I'm dead serious. I fucking love it.
Threw me off.
My favorite NWO was Red and Black. Like, you Filthy Animals, you have fucking Rey Mysterio, fucking Luchador Legend.
Yeah.
You got Billy Kidman, you got Conan, Eddie Guerrero, could be one of the best wrestlers of all time, and Torrie Wilson, one of the best looking managers of all time. Like, what's wrong with the Filthy Animals? Like, they were relegated to like the cruiserweight tag team championship, something like that. That ain't got nothing to do with them. And my second favorite's the Wolfpack.
The Wolfpack was great. Was great.
Causing mass destruction. Okay, so who now that we're on the topic, who's your favorite stable of all time then?
NWO.
Which version? Because there's like
the original one when they first formed.
The original white black.
Yes.
Very common answer, you know. If I had to guess, I'm trying to guess now. I know he's watching behind the camera. Who would Fletch's favorite stable be? I'm going to guess DX. I'm gonna guess DX for Fletch. I'll find out after this.
You know what's funny about DX is at work, myself and a guy who grew up in the DX ages, we're constantly on the floor yelling "suck it" at each other, and that's all you hear echoing in the warehouse is "suck it" and stuff. I told him too. I was like, "Man, you should have seen Raw the other day." I said it was funny watching DX on there. 25 years of "suck it." Like,
so, speaking of Josh talking about dick jokes backstage, 20 years of suck it and dick jokes. Like, don't get me wrong. WCW had a trillion flaws, and like,
it did.
There are lots of bad stables in wrestling across all fucking companies. Like, WWE had to fucking, I don't know what they're called, but they're like the Mighty A or some shit like that. It was like Mark Henry, Santino Morello, and like, I don't know. We'll figure it out after this fucking show. But
Yeah,
they were
I
fucking
remember
terrible.
that one.
Misfits in Action, they were fucking terrible, but they were entertaining. Yet fucking General Erection, Major Guns. You remember all that?
I do now. Yes, that was bad. Wasn't that during the times that Vince Russo came in? Like, I mean, that's when it really
It was probably a
started
Vince
going
Russo idea.
bad. It probably was.
What are your opinions on illegal substances being used while at the wrestling show? And that means anything illegal: alcohol, cocaine, marijuana.
Well, when it comes to marijuana, that's not a bother to me. Anything else, that would bother me. I mean, I personally don't want to wrestle anyone that's drunk or...
I have. It's not fun.
I have too back in my day. I've also wrestled someone methed out, which that wasn't fucking fun.
DTC wrestled excellent drunk, but I did not like it.
I've heard he's wrestled good drunk.
And it's weird. Like, he wrestled better drunk than sober. Like, it's bad to say, actually.
And you know what's crazy is when we were talking about my drinking issues, that's something I never did. I never came and wrestled drunk. I remember one night show we did. I think I opened the show and then checked with Josh, had any promo work. He said, "No, you're done." I just started slamming them and just enjoyed the rest of the show. By the end of the show, I was tipsy. I was pretty tipsy.
I'll admit, I've came to the show drunk one time, and it was back. We harked back to the era of the 2009 Me and Cynical partying all the fuck. There was one time we weren't going to go to the show. Mm-hmm. Me and Cynical, we were fucking drunk, and I don't remember ever being this drunk in my life.
Wow.
But Josh came over there, and he beat on the fucking door. Finally, I was stupid to answer the door.
Right.
But he fucking was pissed. We got up. We went to the show. I had to work that night. I went and did the show. Emily, I was dating Allison at the time. Emily rode with Allison to take me to my apartment to get my Wendy's clothes. I puked from the car door to my apartment, got my clothes, puked from my apartment back to the door, and then was miserable all night at work, laying on the front counter at Wendy's. And Angie Davis is like, "I guess it pays to drink, come to work, huh, dumbass?" And like, you just have to know my boss Angie, because like, she'll let you know. And I was fucking miserable. I was drunk until I went home that night, and I got off at midnight.
Oh my god!
It was fucking terrible.
I remember coming to the shows with a real bad hangover, and that was rough because I did one of those where I puked I think 2-3 times before getting to the show. I think I puked once at the show, and then I puked after my match.
What are... Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good time.
No, you're not the first person to puke in an XCW ring. We had Ty Bennett puke during wrestling training, so...
No, I didn't puke during the match. I think I remember
it was a practice, so technically they weren't wrestling.
I think it was the Elimination Chain that year. It was rough because I think I started the match.
What are your future plans in XCW?
My future plans? Well, I plan on kind of revamping me, as in myself, get myself straight, get better.
Start a gay tag team?
No gay tag team.
That was an idea I pitched to Josh.
No, I have an idea for a stable. I'm not gonna say who I want in the stable. Josh knows who I want in the stable.
I really pitched an idea to Josh. Me and Roddy were dead set on being a gay tag team at one point.
No, I don't want to.
And like Josh is like, "Chris, you're fine. You'll recover." Roddy, I don't know about. And like me, when Dylan Bostic first started his independent run, like we were going to be a gay tag team, but we were going to wear like pink, and we were going to be like Hollister Heat and some like gay shit like that. But like,
almost like what was it, Billy? And
that was what me and Roddy were going to do. We were just going to be like, it's hard to say because you don't know, but there was these people in XCW, Sexy Sean Cook, and somebody else, and they came out to I Want to Stand With You on a Mountain by Savage Garden. Like, I could just play whatever character you need me to be. You need me to be the one you've seen, the franchise player, I can do that. You need me to be Brother Jones, I can do that. You need me to be a Mexican, I can do that. But you want to start a stable in the future.
I would like to do a stable, yeah.
Give us a little like teaser of like what could a potential stable name for Hayden be? Like if you're going to start a stable, like some couple ideas you've fucking rattled off your head.
One of my main ideas was to call it diversity, and would incorporate either including myself of 3 or 4 people, where each of us had one very unique trait that the other did not possess.
Okay. Interesting.
Yes.
How?
I'm sorry. I wanted to jump back to that.
Okay.
And also, I wanted to make it unique. I wanted to be individuals that you would have never guessed would team with the Hayden Vex of all people.
So everybody you beat up and killed and all that stuff?
I mean, better than join me be against me, right?
Yeah. Ironically, that always happens to Josh.
Oh, well,
Everybody joins up and then it turns on him. Like, Emily, a long time ago, there's a point of, like, Shovel Heat, me and Josh never won the tag team titles. I don't think we wrestled for the tag team titles, but we were tag team. And, like, people fucking loved us. And, like, it was much less, like, we were pretty set on that XCW aspect of what it was, but it was a little less, it was planned, but a little less planned. Like, there was one time, like, Psychor was getting his ass kicked by the Canadian Army or something like that. I look over at Josh, I'm like, you want to just run out and save Justin? Like, not playing, like, there's no point, we're going to let him get beat up. He's like, yeah, why not? So we fucking put on Josh's hoodies real quick and ran around, came out, and, saved the day for Psychor, but, like, and then I turned on him because, they told us we had to wrestle for the number one contendership for the world title, and, the world title's on the line. You got to turn on your best friend sometime.
Yeah, you got to.
How much longer can Hayden Vex go in XCW? Like, what is the end game for Hayden Vex?
If my body doesn't break down like it feels like it wants to, dude, I'd like to do it a few more years, really. As long as this sticks around, I'm not going into any other company.
On piggyback of that, you got to see several guys in XCW. Who do you want to see in the Hall of Fame? Or who do you think deserves to be in the Hall of Fame in the future?
And that could be like anybody?
It can be anybody. Someone that, like a new guy you think is definitely a future XCW Hall of Famer, or somebody that's been around for a while you think deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. If you name somebody that's in the Hall of Fame, that's fine.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is I don't know everyone that's in the Hall of Fame. I like to see Corey go in at some point.
He's in there.
Is he? Okay.
Don't feel
That's
bad.
well deserved.
You watch Showtime, Josh forgot once too, so.
I'm sure he forgets a lot.
Future Hall of Famers, like you think you got the ACTs, the Bradys, the Brogans, the U's, the Blackhearts, the Jacksons, Mianos, Hunters.
Honestly, you said his name. He's done it just as much as some of the other guys in XCW at Blackheart.
Blackheart's a good answer. A lot of people have said they've wanted to work with him too.
He's a good worker. So I don't know. Some people shit on him and some people praise him. He's good. Like, he really is.
All right, last question. Someone that was recently a new guy coming in XCW, new scenery. If someone wanted to try to get their start in XCW, whether referee, someone that's really good with camera, or someone that potentially wants to announce, backstage interview, wants to wrestle, referee. Anybody that wants to be involved with XCW in some aspect, what is your advice to get them involved, and how should they go about it?
To get them to just come and to be a part of it in general?
Be a part of it, like referee, if they want to just do camera, announce, anything to be a part of XCW, what's your advice for them?
I guess to check out our product. I mean, if they haven't, in terms of like if they know what we're doing, they want to be a part of it. Do they have the commitment and heart to do it?
Yeah.
Because that's where I'm at now. Is the heart's not there anymore. Like, and you have to fucking have that heart. You have to have that drive, that desire.
Yeah.
And if you don't have it, it ain't gonna work at all.
And after they make that initial commitment that they have the drive, they want to do it, how should they go about it?
I guess reach out to Fletch.
That's the common answer. I was trying to pull something else out of it.
Reach out to Fletch, you know. I mean, don't fear him. He's not a scary guy. Like, I feel like a lot of people fear him, and I don't know why.
He likes Kit Kats and Reese Cups.
Yeah, he loves candy. He loves fucking food. I mean, who don't? I mean, just talk to him. Talk to him about training. You know, talk to him about doing something with cameras. God, it would be great just to have a stationary person that just always did camera. Most of us guys just kind of switch out, you know.
But yeah, Fletch is usually the common answer. Obviously, the owner.
Right.
But any of the vets can get you that foot in the door of Fletch. Like, ironically, a funny story real quick. Jason Arcane worked with me at Pilkington where I work at. And it was just like this random guy, long hair. He's like, yeah, I like wrestling and stuff like that. And somebody had told him that I was wrestling. And then he started talking to me. I'm like, this guy can't be fucking serious. There ain't no fucking way. So, I pawned him off on Josh. I'm like, I'll just give him Josh's number or whatever I told to him. And ultimately, we know what Jason Arcane's doing. He's on the Indies now, so turned out all right. Yeah, definitely get in touch with Josh.
Oh, absolutely.
That Josh that's on the side over here. Hayden Vex, Josh, I appreciate you coming on the show.
Hey, man, it's an honor to be a part of it.
It's been a long time coming. I'm glad to have you on here for episode 2. Now, join us next time where we're going to talk about, if you talk to LOL, he might call this guy XCW's newest sauce. The sauce. I'm talking about none other than current XCW Tag Team Champion. I'm talking about Miano Diaz. So join us when we come back. Season 6, Episode 3.
Too many thoughts on my mind, I can't sleep at night, so I just keep writing. I don't need no help, I don't need opinions, so don't waste my time then. Killing the game and I gotta go ask anybody, they all heard about it. They know when the kid and he's spitting, they know when he get in it, bit and I get in my way. Got this, I like do whatever I say, cause I can go put you on blast. People been mad at me cause I don't follow them back. I'm laughing cause that is so whack. Why they all trying to act like they been bossing when really their bosses been bossing them up? Nobody ever been telling me what I would do when I keep in the cash, by the shit out of luck. I want it more, now I get what I wish. Upgrading now with the bands that I whip. Making 6 figures, don't talk about it. Money and shit, it's about how you think. Tired of people who making excuses, then they complain about losing. Tell me about what you've been doing, tell me about how you been moving. You ain't got nothing to prove then. I did it all on my own, they looking like all of my clones. I don't be following trends, fuck all the popular clothes. You faking and everyone knows. I just be keeping it real, they thinking that I have to go sign a deal. But really the people just found an appeal. I'm in my own lane and I'm steering the wheel, ayy.
It's funny how it goes, funny how it goes. Working every night till the sunrise.